on his spirit, cause it keeps me from his fire. The Holy Ghost is with me, so my fear I leave behind. My sins were all diminished when he took that breath and died. And if you think I'ma give up on my God, the devil is a lie. The devil is a lie. The devil is a lie. Gabriel, I be feeling like it never ends. All I hear is Satan trying to tell me there's no evidence. Giving me these lectures that I'm broke as if I never been.
Hello everybody, welcome to another installment of Tina's Tiny, well, kind of Tina's Tiny Thursdays, more like Tina makes artwork for her sister's book because she's far behind on schedule. As you can see, the paintings I made last time are under last stream's art. I made technically three things that are related to Disney because Doctor Who's a part of Disney now, at least streaming on Disney Plus, which I hate. But anyway, I painted the TARDIS out in space, and then a beach thing, and then Beauty and the Beast, Enchanted Rose, and then Jack Skellington in Christmas Town. So that's what I did last time. Today we are going to be working on another illustration for my sister's book, and I still forgot to fix my lamp, so it's a bit dark. I'm trying to. Oh, that's better. That's brighter, right? You guys can see that. You guys can see that, right? Yeah, that's a lot better. But I did do some very, very basic base work for. I gotta move this light a little bit. Most of it will be over your head like a mistletoe. That's a little better. Don't kill him, bro. So, in this picture, it is the baby dinosaur is his father, and he's like roaring, and he's just like ah, and he has an Omni-Man mustache, which is I just think is hilarious. And anytime I showed a sketch to my sister's kids, and they were just giggling. And my sister, she had showed the initial sketch for him. He looked a little different before, but the initial sketch she had showed one of her friends from high school's their kid, because she was over their house, and he was laughing for like a good 5-10 minutes. So I hope it's well received. I'm just gonna go in on the stash. I'm gonna get I'm gonna get a reference photo of Omni-Man. Just like really look at his mustache for inspiration. I feel like the music is a little loud. Oh yeah, it is. I have it turned up way, way loud. That should be better. Yeah, that's better. That's better. Anyway, Omni-Man. Sometimes when you're working with watercolors, it's easy to forget how many layers that you actually need to do. Because this is so light over here, but this is like, I don't know, like four or five layers. And this isn't just regular watercolor. I did find, I got this, it was on clearance forever ago, but it's aqua ink. It's watercolor ink. I have several different colors, but I also use this as well for some of the lighter parts in his scales. I'm not like doing scale texture too much, but that is in there as well. So if you see me dipping it and dabbing in random vials, it's watercolor ink. I should get my reference T-Rex up there as well. But how's everybody doing today? How's everybody holding up? I woke up with like a slight little tickle in my throat, and baby boy nephew, he was sneezing all over the place on Sunday, and when I felt that tickle, I was like, the devil's a liar. I took some Dayquil and I took a vitamin C. I do not need to get sick again, because I get sick all the time. Those kids get me sick all the time. Like, I love them dearly. They lift my heart anytime I see them, but they're just so germy. They're just walking pestilence monsters. I love them, but they are walking pestilence. And I try to be on them about them washing their hands and, you know, not eating off the floor, but they just... One of them always just got something going on, you know? I really don't know what shade I wanted this... Because if you look at a T-Rex, right? If you look at a T-Rex, they've got kind of like that flap, like over... When their mouth is like fully closed, you know, it's kind of like a clam, but when it like opens up, you know, it's got like that skin flap that's like, you know, but I'm not sure what shade I want that to be just yet, so I'm just doing it in this light skin tone green. But I am going to erase some other lines. And for the mother, if you guys don't remember, the mother, she's a blue dinosaur, and then she's got like some darker like purple accents in her. I did not finish the baby's face. I have to finish the baby's face before I can say that this design is done. But the baby is green with blue spots because he's a boy dinosaur, but I wanted there to be, you know, some hints of the mother in there. But so the mother is like blue and green. I think I'll stick to like the green and yellows for the father. Maybe I'll do that flap and maybe the thing around the eyes as like a yellow or a yellow green. I just want to make sure that I erase the lines as much as possible, because sometimes it's a little difficult going back over. Oh shoot, I just realized I smudged that. That's alright, that's alright. I can fix that. I think. I don't think... settled on an eye color for him though, for the Papa dinosaur. I do think this is a bit too wide. Looking at a dinosaur in front of me. I do think the skin flap is just a little too big. Doing like the brow bone. I'm just referring back to how I painted the mother. Because it's one thing to have like sketches in front of you and like look at your concept art, and it's another thing to look back at, you know, something that you've already have completed and has like basically already been, you know, approved by your client. Oh, hi, Mark. For some reason, your comment didn't show up on the... Yeah, why is multi-stream... Okay. Hi, Zamboni. I didn't see that you popped in either. I clicked on multi-stream on my streaming thing and it didn't show me anybody's comments anywhere. I'm sorry, I wasn't ignoring you guys. My computer was just being a big old meanie. Not telling me that anybody said anything. I apologize. Hello, how are you today? What color did I pick up? What color's in my brush? I don't remember. Bringing the lamp just a little bit closer. I feel like it looks a little dark. Sometimes I think I need a third monitor when I'm streaming. That way I don't miss anything. Or if just my computer programs would just work and just tell me when people are commenting. That'd be great too. That'd be great too. Hello, Shantae. Here for the ambience while I stitch and you paint. Aw. What you making? Anything interesting? Katrina said, how many pages is in the book? I don't know. It's probably about 10 or 15, I think. Yeah, it's probably about 10 or 15, Katrina. You're making a t-shirt blanket. I've thought about making one of those because I have a lot of t-shirts that I like. I just haven't worn before. Well, not worn before. That I've worn. I just don't wear them anymore. But I'm just like, I don't want to get rid of them because you know, they're all like the quirky t-shirts I used to wear as like a teenager that had like the, you know, like the sayings or had like like bubbly drawn ninjas or, you know, something like that. Stuff that you could find at like Rue 21 or Charlotte Rue's, you know, stuff like that back in the day. It's like I don't wear them anymore. The only time they get worn is if one of my nieces or nephews are over and they spill something and then they have to like change their outfit, and so like they wear them now. And so I've thought about making a t-shirt blanket out of all of them, but I don't know about the process, and I haven't sewn much before. Like I've sewn on buttons and like small tears and stuff, but never any big projects. I forgot what color I picked up. What color is this? This is black. Okay. It's a good thing I didn't start going back to his skin. And how many pages do I have done? And done is a relatively difficult concept in the art community. Because are you really ever done with a painting? How many pages do I have done? That's a good question. Like, done to the point where I'm not gonna actually do anything else to it, and if I do anything else to it, I'll probably ruin it. 1. Done to the point where it's like, okay, maybe like another 5-10 minutes on it. Like, 6. Wait, did you answer how many pages are needed? I think it's about 15. It's about 15. I have... Let's see how many I just have drawn, because I feel more comfortable answering that one. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, I have 10 pages sketched out. I have 10 pages sketched out. Over half of them have color. It's just getting things up. She said 15 minutes. Oh, Goku. Thanks for the follow. I appreciate that. I hope you enjoy while you're here. I forgot that was one of the sound alert options for when people follow on Twitch. I'm just like, where is this angelic music coming from all of a sudden? Because I have it like shuffle through like a couple different things. But thank you for the follow. I really appreciate that. I hope you enjoy my artwork and me being a silly goose while I paint things. But I think the biggest thing, Katrina, as far as the artwork, is I can think something is done, but then Christina's like, "Oh, I don't like this. I, adjust that," and then it's like, okay, yep, gotta add more time onto this. So, getting things to the point where Christina likes it is the biggest hurdle. But of course, she is my client, so. But we also, we know how Christina is. She's particular. Which isn't a bad thing. But sometimes she just sees things that I don't. As far as that goes with bigger. Like, I'll ask her a question about this, and she's, and then she'll, like, sidestep the question and be like, "Can you adjust this?" I'm just like, "Yep, but did you like what I did?" Yeah, sure, it's fine, but can you fix this? And I was like, I wasn't even thinking about that, so I'll add that to the list. I'm gonna do some broader strokes with a bigger brush just so that his skin doesn't look so patchy. Like, I do want some of those other colors in there, but I want to just add a little bit of uniformity. So there we go. Now those colors are kind of blended in there. Nice undertones. I don't want the whole thing just to be like green and yellow, so I'm gonna add some touches, I think, of orange into some of the the skin flaps. I say skin, but it's not skin. You guys know what I mean. Bless you, Dad. The dad is supposed to be like intimidating a little bit. There's a line about how everybody like pays attention when he roars. Figure out where his nostril is. His nose. Just trying to figure out some of the shading. Because like a lot of T-Rex photos are heavily obscured in darkness because, you know, Jurassic Park movies. Okay. Nostril, I'm just gonna outline it like about right there. Okay, and so maybe not right there. Okay, we're just gonna, you know, redo some things. It's fine. It's fine. Just readjusting some of my lines. It's fine. Is a kid's book, so I don't want it to be like too raw, but I do want to give him more of an intimidating head shape, I think. Because there's something in the brain where it's like you see smooth lines and you think friendly, you think cuddly, but like sharp angles just makes things seem more I don't know, dangerous, formidable, something. So if you want to have like a more cutesy, friendlier design to something, then you leave it round, you simplify the shape. The more angles that you put into it, the more it'll just feel less friendly. I think that's one of the unsettling things about like movies with like ghost children or something, Because it's just like, if not friend, why round and small? It just kind of plays on that, you're expecting something to be harmless, and then it just, really messes you up. Another thing about, you know, you have, like, concepts of a plan when you're making something, but then when you execute it, especially doing something live like this, it's just like, oh, okay, I really gotta think on my feet and really try to really just kind of go with the flow and let things be, and you play around a lot. This is very different from doing the mini paintings that I usually do, because usually for a mini, I'll look at something like clouds or space or a flower, and I'll see it and I'm like, okay, well that's sort of what I want to do. Or sometimes I'll do a one-for-one recreation of, like, you know, like a scene from Nightmare Before Christmas or Little Mermaid or something like that. And then so you have everything that you need right in front of you. But other times, especially doing something that's more free like this, or even sometimes doing like a text portrait, like a cartoon text portrait, there's a lot of guesswork in the shadows and the values and other things, and so it's a bit more free because it's not like the decisions are already made for you. All these other things, you're not purely going off a reference, and so there's, oh snap, something went wrong while displaying this webpage. Error code out of memory. What? Okay, Google. That's weird. Don't know what that was about. What was I yapping about?
Yeah, can I take it?
I don't know. I think I was talking about the guesswork that I do when I paint. It's just, it's a completely different muscle, honestly. It's a completely different muscle. I'm going from something that is sort of a one-for-one, or even something that is impressionism, to going for, okay, I like the way this looks in that reference, I like the way this looks in that reference, and so then you're piecing together a bunch of random things together to try and accurately see what you have in your mind, and it's just, it's strange. It's solving a puzzle that you don't have the full reference of what you're trying to do. It's like, oh, I got some corner pieces, but I don't know what this image is supposed to be at all. But you've got the corners, so you're off to a good start. Again, I am just yapping. Yappa-dabba-doo. Am I working on any other projects besides Christina's book? This is the only other, like, physical art project that I'm working on. I do have, a book cover for my cousin that I need to, finish. I've done the cover. It's just, it's basically just choosing fonts. That's the last thing I gotta do, and I hate going through fonts. I really hate going through fonts. Because there's just thousands, if not millions, of things to choose from, and then it's just like, oh, you want a sans? Okay, they all look the same, but slightly different thickness. Okay, so it's just a tedious thing. That's the only That's the other project for someone else that I'm working on. Oh, did you ever watch the show The Middle, where the youngest child started a club just for fun appreciation? I did not. I think I know which child you're talking about, though. I've seen clips of The Middle, so. I remember in high school when I took design, we had a unit on just like studying fonts, and I was in pain. I was in pain. I was just like, stop. I hate this. I hate this so much. And it's not that fonts aren't important, because having the wrong font can send a totally wrong message. It's just that finding the right font is a needle in a haystack. Until I have like I have a bunch of files on my computer of the same book cover, just with slightly different fonts, and I'll just like send them to my cousin every once in a while, and he's just like, no, not that one, not that one, and that one's. I'm just like, please, please, I need to find the right font so this can all be over. I was thinking about making a calendar, a 2025 calendar for some mini paintings, because when we were going through my mom's things after she had passed, I found a calendar that I made for her in 2003 that she kept all this time, and I thought it might be cute if I kind of redid the calendar, like show what I did years ago, and like redid the calendar for what I would make the images now. What is my cousin's book about? It is a book on fasting and the spiritual benefits of it. What is it called? Why am I blanking? I've looked at this cover so much. It's called the F Word: A Christian's Guide to Fasting. I think that's what it's called. I've looked at it so much, and now I know it, like the main title is the F Word. The subtitle, like A Christian's Guide to Fasting, it might not be the exact wording, but that's what it's about. wow, that's actually very timely for me. That title sure is intriguing. Why, you feel called to do some fasting or get closer in your relationship with the Lord or something? Fasting or even like consecrating, like basic consecrating is basically fasting, but you're still eating. But if you didn't know, I don't want to assume what people do and don't know about stuff. I just sometimes I over-explain, but it does. There is a clear difference when you just make sure that you take the time out to really seek God and say, like, Lord, what do you want to be going on in my life? What do you want me to put first? And of course, He wants you to put Him first, but what other things should I be focusing on? And just really making sure that you put that time in. You're in the process. Don't bring too much attention to it. Okay. But yeah, I would just encourage you to do some fasting or some consecrating. You know, just spending some more time with the Lord and really just seeking Him for what He wants to do in your life. I've been trying to refocus and unlearn some habits and see how I can be a better steward of my walk. And how I can better impact those around me and be a light to those around me and stuff like that. So yeah, it's a process, but it's a process worth going through. Should be in shadow, but I like that so much, the way that looks, but that part should be in shadow, should be a lot darker. Maybe I'll add some more of this green other places, because I'm glad I bought this. I got it on clearance for like $2 or something like that, but I'm glad I got it. And I got this years ago. Well, maybe like a year ago, I don't remember. I'm just waiting for a reason to use it, and it's a really nice shade of green. going back to the calendar thing, it's like laminated too, but the teacher didn't read any of the things that I wrote, and so there's a lot of, I mean, of course I was like 7, 8 when I made it, but I was looking at the spelling errors and stuff, because like for a lot of the months I just like wrote something about one of my siblings being born and like drew a picture of like my mom holding them as a baby or something, but I misspelled the word daughter every single time. And so when I was going through it, I'm just like, why didn't the teacher read? Why didn't she help me? This is just a forever laminated and just terrible spelling, horrible grammar, just weirdness all around. I'm just like, okay, thanks. I think it's sweet that my mom kept it for 20 years. I might make that into a, I don't know if I'll do that live or if I'll do like a 5 or 10 minute video and edit it down and stuff like that. It might be longer than 5 or 10 minutes, because if I'm making 12 paintings, like a painting for each month, then that'll be a minute. But that is something I would like to do and like to get done, but life, you know. Yeah, but what a sweet gift. I don't know if many teachers still help students with gifts like that anymore. Yeah, I don't think so. I think a lot of, well, I'm completely going off of, the school that my nieces and nephews go to. A lot of their work and things seems to be more computer based. Like my niece Sophia, she's 7 years old. They get 2 recesses, and sometimes for one of their recesses they play Minecraft Education. I'm just like, you're playing Minecraft at school? Like that's your recess? I'm just like, okay. What happened to, you know, like coloring or drawing projects? But I mean, sometimes they'd like, you know, like make a card for something, but I feel like when I hear about their schoolwork, it's mostly things that they have to do on the computer, or like, I mean, they still do spelling tests and other stuff like that, but when they tell me about school, they're just like, oh, I did this on the computer. I'm just like, yeah, I don't do paperwork anymore. One thing that I do want to include in the father's design is, in the baby design, I'm trying like not to knock over my computer. Sorry for the awkward angle. Will knock over my monitor. Anyway, he has like these little horns all over, like up his spine and like up his head. So I do think I want to include like a couple horns on the dad design as well. I just don't know where to place them. I don't know if I want as many that are like on the kid or what. I still don't know what to do about his eyes. Because the mom, I'm fine with like leaving her more round and more smooth. The dad, though, he is supposed to be, you know, a little bit ferocious, a little bit intimidating. So. Just want to reread the part. I'm not gonna spoil the book for you guys, but I just need to reread the part where he's talking about his dad. Okay. I don't know how I feel about him. I don't know. I'll leave them there for now, but I don't know how I feel about them, to be honest. In my original sketch, he didn't have all the little horns, but I don't think in the original sketch the baby did either. So I don't know. I'm on the fence about it. I might just, I don't know how I feel about it. Maybe I just need to incorporate it into the scales a little bit differently. Maybe I just need to play with it more. For now, I will. The expression's not quite right. What in the creepy? Don't want those vibes. We supposed to be chillaxing. We're not supposed to be chill frightened. Where's my keyboard? Oh. That's a little better, I think. Especially looking at it a little bit more angry. Okay, that's better. That's better. horns aren't that bad. Maybe it was just I had to get used to them. Maybe. I don't know. I don't know. I'm still thinking about it. Still thinking about it. Are there any... This? Oh, it fell. Okay. Let's see what this shade of green looks like compared to the green that I already have. Oh. Okay. Okay. A little bit richer, a little bit deeper. I can appreciate that. Just knock my brush far behind me. Just trying to get rid of my pencil lines. I know I'm shaking everything with how aggressive I'm erasing. This pink for the mouth. And he will get some ferocious teeth later on. My coffee is so cold now, I don't even know what I'm sipping. add in the teeth later with some gouache. Usually with watercolor stuff, people just, whatever they want to be white, they will put like this substance on it where basically the paper can't get wet on that spot, and then you like rub it off later. I have that fluid, the masking fluid or whatever. I used it once and it didn't quite work, and so I was just like, no, never again. It was probably user error, but this is a rather important project, so I just prefer to go back over it with gouache later on, because gouache is thicker than watercolor and you can layer it a lot better, and so it will stand out. I just need a little dance break. Get off my paper. Get off my paper. I'll let that sit for a bit before I add in more color. You know, the thing about these is that you're supposed to fill them with water so that you don't have to keep dipping them in the brush, but I keep forgetting to fill them with water before I start a stream, so then I'm just like, oh, well, there's a cup over here. Oh, it's over. Okay. Yeah, they grew on me. The horns grew on me. If you're wondering why these T-Rexes have horns, it's because Christina did the original sketch for for the baby dinosaur. He doesn't have a name. I just keep referring to him as Baby Dinosaur. Years and years ago, I want to say maybe like 6 or 7 years ago, and he had horns. And originally, I didn't know that he was supposed to be like a T-Rex. I was like, okay, it's a cute little dinosaur. It's a cute little dinosaur. But yeah. If you're wondering why these are horned T-Rexes, it's because of Christina's initial sketch from like the Obama years, maybe. No, this is after the latter Obama years. I think is when she like initially made the sketch. So this is years and years ago.
You got that $50?
I'm sorry, imagine just opening a song with "You got that $50." It's like, I love these random lo-fi songs that just have clips from old movies, and like that's all it like. It's like 3 seconds. 3 seconds of some dude with the transatlantic accent saying a random line, and then the rest is just, it's just funny. The only lyrics in the song, "You got that $50." Next time someone owes you money, just play this song. Wait the 20-second intro with them just like, okay, what's happening? Then put volume at 100% when he says you get that $50. Even if they owe you like 10, just blast that part and just direct eye contact. I think this is... I think it's turning out pretty good. Of course, I'll have to see what Christina says about it, but... What is happening in this song? I guess this is what hope happens when you just play royalty-free lo-fi trap beats. It's just a bunch of weird stuff. He's gonna look so ferocious when he has teeth. Right now, it just kind of looks like he's gonna gum somebody to death. Just right. But once he has teeth, boy, watch out. Because right now he's just looking like a geriatric T-Rex. It's over for all these dinosaurs when he has teeth. Okay, okay. That deeper red definitely looks better. happened? Music just glitched. Okay, that's weird. It's not glitching. 어떡해. I'm watching you, computer. Keep doing silly things. So this part right here, it's like, you know, it's got like the flap that's like, it looks like it's like tough muscle tissue, you know? So. Whew, sorry. I suppose coffee can only do so much. What are you saying? Okay, he was saying level. I thought he was saying devil. I was about to be like, skip. Skip. I feel like I do want to add some touches of blue. Oh. That was outside of the line. That was outside of the line. Just so that the shadows don't just... So... There's just more richness and color in the shadows, and it's not just like green, yellow, just, you know, they're not so flat looking, I guess. know if I'll add the teeth on stream because I feel like this shot, right, this part in the book, like it's so simple, like but I feel like there could be so much that goes into it, just trying to make sure that the dad looks a certain way, feels a certain way, because he's supposed to. I don't know, I feel like this is a really simple drawing, but since it is just basically just like a profile, you know, there should be some oomph to it. You know, some other things that are like more complicated, more things that are busier. And I just feel like this was the first one that I ever did on stream. I feel like there's so much light, there's so much depth, and there's so much other things that like go into it. Like, yeah, like the little dinosaurs, like they're basically cast in shadow, right? But there's like the details in the trees and the shadows. I feel like there's so much that goes into that. Even like the subtle details of like some like flying dinosaurs like up. But I feel like there's so much, and there's like a lot of little leaves. There's some of that, you know, detailing that was on the tree. I made sure to include it in the branches and the colors and the stuff. I still have to finish their faces, of course. But I don't know. I don't know how simple or difficult to make these sometimes. Sometimes I want to add and do too much, and then when I do too much, then I'm like, oh, I could have been finished with the piece, you know? Some blue into this shadow right here. Just to deepen it. So I feel like there is a lot of values and stuff, but some things still just look so flat to me. This brow just kind of looks like a really angry. It's like Angry Bird's eyebrows almost. I don't know how I feel about it now that I'm looking at it. I don't know. A lot of things I gotta play with, I think. It definitely will receive a lot of attention off camera, that's for sure. think I'll maybe put some of the orange a little further down. Right now I'm taking away color in certain spots. Just trying to blend it and trying to get this brow not to seem so Angry Birds looking. Mm.
Take him down and book him.
Oh, it's so goofy. It's so goofy. It's so silly. It's so silly. It's so silly. I... This is so silly. It's so silly. It's so silly. He's got a big old mustache. I hope kids really appreciate the time and the dedication I have when creating this silly goose of a dinosaur. I hope little kids see this and just are enraptured. Because from the small sample size that I have, this is objectively hilarious. But I hope more people will look at Omni Dad Dinosaur and just find it as humorous as I do. I like sort of the intensity of the orange around his eye. Kind of like draws you in. It's just like oh, you know what? What that's reminding me of? Godzilla 1998. That's what it was just reminded me of as I was staring into his eyes. Clearly that movie had a profound effect on me as a child. I cried when all of Godzilla's babies died. Oh, the music just died on me again. It's weird. Always coughing, man. Not dinosaur dad, my dad in the background, always coughing. I mean, kind of like a line. Oh, it just hit my 2 o'clock mark because I started a half hour late. I just my start times just keep getting worse and worse, mainly because there's some things added onto my plate since my mother passed and having to help take care of my dad and stuff. So my times keep getting screwed up. Anyway, thank you guys for watching me paint this silly little dinosaur. I hope you guys enjoyed. Next Tuesday, I hope to start at 2, if not then 2:30. But I will be painting tiny paintings on Tuesday. I'll probably next Thursday do another page in the book, depending on how much progress I make over the weekend. If I have significant progress in the book, then there won't be another one next Thursday because I'll have more progress in the book. And so I won't need to force myself for that to have that 2-hour block where it's just focus on only this. But thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed me yapping. I hope you enjoyed the yap session, and I hope it brightened up your day a little bit. I am going to continue working on this. I'll probably let this dry a little bit, and then work on some other pages, but just so I can revisit this with fresh eyes later on and stuff. But thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and have a very, very